Well, I've got them. Finally got them. I think I got them before people got them here in the USA. A friend came back from France and they brought me bottles of Mugler's Amen Phantasm and Angel Phantasm. Have you yet gotten your nose on these two fragrances? Do let me know, but you're going to find out and unbox with me coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's Sebastian. We're talking about the new men's fragrance from Mugler. Finally, after what, 5 years of no men's releases from the house of Mugler, we've got Amen Phantasm. Here, I was only able to get a 50 ml because people that you ask to buy things for you don't know sizes, I guess. They were able to buy 100 ml of Angel Phantasm. I'm more interested in the Amen Phantasm, but I'm very curious about the Angel Phantasm as well. And I'm excited for Mugler to finally launch a men's release in their collection. It's been so long since Clarins Group dumped Mugler and Azzaro over to L'Oreal, and L'Oreal's been taking their time to launch something for us guys. And it comes in Eau de Parfum concentration, go figure. They have answered my prayers. You know how many times I've mentioned in videos about Mugler fragrances to receive Eau de Parfum concentration? And it's finally here. Do let me know if you've gotten your nose on these fragrances. I don't have an official date of launch for these in the USA yet. I believe they're coming in the fall or maybe late summer, so sooner than later. But as I said, these came back with a friend who just got back from Europe and brought them for me. So it's a new collection or a series called Fantasm, and launched in 2024. Concentration Eau de Parfum here. I believe the perfumer here is Jacques Huclier for the... I believe they're both Jacques Huclier created fragrances, both Angel Phantasm and also the Amen Phantasm. They both come in 100 ml and 50 ml, and I believe the woman's also comes in a 25 ml. But the Amen Phantasm has Patchouli, Grand Cru Chocolate, or Grand Cru Dark Chocolate, Clary Sage, Bergamot, Citruses, Pink Pepper. So let's go ahead and check this out. I'm very, very curious. I can't wait. I haven't sampled them, and I'm very, very excited. Am I going to be let down, guys? Do let me know if you know my taste and you've gotten your nose on this thing, because I've been let down before. Amen Ultimate was a dud. I mean, it had its good parts, but it was mostly a dud. Really, really disappointing. So I'm hoping the patchouli is quite highlighted here. Phantasm, where did they come up with this name? We'll see. We'll see what the whole Phantasm stands for. But I haven't opened up a new men's Amen flanker in ages. Look at that. I love this bottle. I hope the sprayer is good though, because people complain about this and it's not my favorite sprayer. So we'll see what they've done to it. No, sprayer's not good. No, they didn't fix the sprayer, sadly. Ooh. I'm liking the smell. It is Amen. It is patchouli. It takes me back. Oh my God. Takes me back to 1997 when I first sampled Amen. Whoa. Flashback. Not as potent and robust as fragrances used to be back then, but this takes me back, man. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Gonna have to spray. This really takes me back to 1997. If you guys haven't ever heard the story of me telling you on camera about how I got to know the line, it was first the original Angel, and I used to smell it working in a photo lab while I was going to film school at an art school, a film program in an art school. And so that's how I was making extra money, and the ladies used to come in wearing Angel. And I was obsessed with the smell. But then they launched a men's fragrance. I was so all over that fragrance. And this just reminds me of it. Like the first time I smelled it, wore it. Now, it's not as rough as the original because it had that tar note. I don't see it here. And definitely not as potent. But the smell just takes me back to when the first time I smelled Mugler's Amen. So this is Amen Phantasm. Are people into this kind of fragrance anymore as far as the mass market goes? What do you guys think? Is it a bit too old school? It does have a hint of the original for sure. It's very warm and spicy and also chocolatey. Again, it's missing that kind of tar note that people used to talk about. And it doesn't have that complexity that the original had. The new version of the original is quite watered down, but this totally hints at it, and I love that about it. Yeah, this makes me happy. I am happy with this. The thing I'm disappointed with is the heft. It doesn't have that heft, but as a smell, I like it. I'm going to have to put it to use and experience it a little more wearing it. And I think I can totally get away with wearing this in the heat. It's been a bit hot here lately. We're finally going through some heat wave. And I'm excited for this. Guys, have you gotten your nose on Amen Fantasm? What do you guys think of the bottle? Are you guys fans of the bottles? I'm not a fan of this bottle. I like the look of the bottle, but I don't like the sprayer itself. It sprays really shitty. Excuse my language. But man, I'm having deja vu right now because just reminding me of the days I used to open Mugler fragrances. That part is very, very exciting for me. So I hope you guys get to try this when it launches here, or if you're traveling to Europe, check for it at the airport and things like that, or in Paris if you're going to Paris. I don't know if it's available at all over Europe right now, but this makes me so happy. I'm so happy that we have something that's really, really cool from Mugler. Not like the fragrances used to be back then, but definitely very wearable. So now let's try the ladies version. It's just basically Angel Phantasm. Both of these are in Eau de Parfum concentrations. You know, I got my mom to wear Angel because I was so obsessed with the way it smelled. I gave her bottles. I've given her multiple bottles over the years. In fact, probably around 98 is when I gave her the first bottle, and she became obsessed with Angel. She's worn it ever since, and she always wants fragrances that are like that, you know? Something that projects, long-lasting. She complains if fragrances don't last. Then she loves the way Angel lasts. I mean, Patchouli in Angel is what really makes it last. I think Patchouli just lasts in general, and I think that's why she likes it. So either way, this is Angel Phantasm, launched in 2024. Eau de Parfum concentration, 100 ml, 50 ml, and 25 ml. I'm not giving you guys prices because these prices that I paid for are European prices. And I did hear from the grapevine, now that I remember it, that these are launching sometime towards the fall. So we'll see soon. But it's patchouli essence, bourbon vanilla infusion, amber, coconut, fleur de tiare, bergamot, and pineapple. So is this going into a tropical direction? Because they basically took Alien and made it into Alien Goddess and took it into a tropical direction. So I'm hoping that this does smell a bit like the original. But don't forget, we also got Angel Elixir last year. What a disappointment that was. That was an Anne Flippo created fragrance. And even though she does some great work, I didn't really care for Angel Elixir. But this is Angel Phantasm, a dark bottle. All right, let's go ahead and give it a sniff. Let's see. Is my mom going to like this one? The patchouli is king for us in Angel. This is my appreciation for Angel. So it was the late 80s when people were wearing patchouli again here in the San Francisco Bay Area. And of course, the launch of Mugler's Angel is what really got me to appreciate, you know, patchouli. This is fruity, tropical take on Angel. This is not Angel, once again. I mean, it's kind of Angel, but this is more like Island Fever Angel. This is interesting. Do I like this? I like the men's more. This is kind of, yeah, tropical. I mean, what are you going to get with Fleur de Tiare or Tiare flower? Coconut and also, yeah, it's pineapple. It's extremely fruity. Fruity and tropical and coconutty, a bit beachy with that patchouli. But the patchouli is not strong. Let me spray it on skin. That's a little disappointing, unfortunately. I don't know if my mom will like that one. I don't know if she likes tropical fragrances. Now, on skin, it's better. It is kind of giving me a little bit of the DNA of the original, but it's covered in tropical notes. No, I think this will grow on me, but I'm more happy with the men's release compared to the women's. The men's release is really good compared to Ultimate that launched, like, what, in 2019 or something, or 2018? This will grow on me. It is in the background having the DNA of the original Angel DNA, but it's got a lot of tropical touches, which is kind of like a segue somewhere else from the original Mugler DNA. Now, I haven't kept up with all of the flankers that they've done with Mugler's Angel. They've done a lot. They've done so many. I haven't really kept up with a lot of them. And they've gone into so many different directions. They have gone into fruity directions. They've kind of brought out the notes from within the fragrance to go into different directions. This, I'm getting the DNA of the original, the main DNA of the original Patchouli that's in there, but it doesn't really smell like Angel that much. I don't think it's Olivier Cresp who created it. I think it's Jacques Huclier. I think the accomplishment is there, but for me, it's all about the men's, man. That men's one is so good. It's better. I mean, again, fragrances nowadays are not as intense and potent as they used to be, but this Amen Phantasm reminds me more of the men's original Amen compared to Angel Phantasm. So a bit of good news, a little bit disappointing. You might like Angel Phantasm. I don't know. Have you tried it? Put a comment down below. You might like Amen, or you might not. Maybe you don't like Patchouli, and this does, you know, shine a light on the Patchouli here with the dark chocolate, and that's what I like about it with the Amen Phantasm. But the Angel Phantasm is a bit of a disappointment. And the other disappointing thing about these fragrances is they're just a bit not loud. They're not projecting. Even though they're eau de parfum, they're not really projecting much. So that way, it's a bit of a dud. But this is what we came to expect from designers. And this is Mugler under L'Oreal. Are they going to make multiple flankers of this collection? Will they make an elixir? Will they make a parfum? I'm hoping that L'Oreal does this with these fragrances. I'll be all over them. But for now, I'm really, really happy with what we've got with the Amen Phantasm. I'm not disappointed with the Angel Phantasm. I'm not really excited about it. And I'm hoping that they're going to take this collection and start making flankers like they do with all other brands. You know, like L'Oreal has Armani and YSL. Ralph Lauren, they're just cranking out flankers. So I can only imagine what they could do with Amen Phantasm Parfum, Amen Phantasm Elixir. Are they going to do that with these fragrances? I hope so. Unfortunately, my excitement and happiness in the main part of this video for these two new fragrances from Mugler, Amen Phantasm and Angel Phantasm, are not the same after I was wearing these two fragrances. In fact, I'm quite disappointed with the performance of Amen Phantasm. Boy, this fragrance acts so weak on me, it's not even a joke. Absolutely not much longevity with this fragrance. And the diffusion and the projection and sillage, non-existent. Absolutely non-existent. In fact, you have to spray so many sprays of Amen Phantasm to even do anything. And I think the best time to wear this kind of a fragrance with this kind of a performance is in the heat. Because in the cold weather, this thing is just not even going to stick around. I was very excited when I first opened this fragrance. I'm glad I tested it out, wore it several times, and I'm extremely disappointed, unfortunately. I don't know how other people are reacting to this fragrance. I was quite excited with the smell. I mean, it wasn't anything truly original. It reminded me of the original Amen with some newer twists. But man, the performance is so crappy on this. I would advise you to use caution when you're buying this fragrance if you are planning on doing it. With Angel Phantasm, on the other hand, it's slightly better performance than Amen Phantasm. both of the fragrances are supposed to be eau de parfum. Now, in the video, I mentioned I didn't really care for the whole tropical fruitiness, but the more I started wearing Angel Phantasm, the DNA came through even further. But just like Mugler's Amen Phantasm, Angel Phantasm is also pretty weak. Doesn't perform at all like any of its previous, iterations of it. In fact, I feel like it's even weaker than the current formulation of the original Angel now. Now, do these fragrances have to sit and mature and macerate for a while? Man, the performance is so weak. I haven't been disappointed in a performance of fragrances this much since when I reviewed Bulgari's Man in Black Parfum, which acted so weak on me. And here we've got something very, very similar. The performance of these two fragrances is quite crappy. Angel Phantasm performs a little better than Amen Phantasm, as I was saying. The difference also is Amen Phantasm is quite dry on me. So dry fragrances on me don't last as long as something that's a bit more syrupy, which is the experience with Angel Phantasm. But still, projection on both is hardly there. There's no projection. There's no cloud. It's mostly a skin scent. Is that what you guys want with these fragrances when they're known for major projection, major cloud, the sillage? Very, very disappointing fragrances. I'll keep testing these two fragrances. Maybe they do need to maturate and macerate. Who knows? Is that the new thing now with fragrances? You've got to let it sit for a while before you can actually wear it. Who's got the time? But let me know your thoughts on these two new fragrances. The video was shot in a way that, I ended the video as I would do when I do first impressions, experience of a fragrance. But I had to cut this portion in this video just so that I can let you guys know that use caution when you get these fragrances. This is not the old Mugler. This is not the Mugler under Claren's group when they were cranking out really amazing, flankers of the Angel and Amen series. This is Mugler now under L'Oreal, and we are basically being served weak offerings. Anyway, those are my thoughts for you guys today. It's kind of disappointing when I was really, really excited. Really, really disappointing actually. But do let me know your thoughts on these two new fragrances from Mugler. Angel Phantasm and Amen Phantasm. Maybe you don't have the same experience as I do, but I'm quite disappointed. And maybe most people don't want the big projection. They don't want the sillage. They just want something that smells nice. But what's a fragrance if you're going to wear it and hardly smell it on you, right? Do you agree with me on this? Put a comment down below. Anyway, thanks so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions or comments, please do list below. Please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. And I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.